even though framing isn't something that we do, framing is something that we need to know how to do because we frame niches, we install all the backing, we install curbs. Okay? Now, quítate poquito. A veces, sometimes, there's plumbing behind the walls, right? A veces hay tubería. Y no podemos poner un 2x6, so we can't put a 2x6. So, ¿qué crees que se hace? What do you think we can do in those situations? A 2x4? How thick is a 2x4? Yeah, so si hay tubos, tenemos que ponerlos más inteligentes para poder framear alrededor de los tubos. So we need to come up with another way. Another way we do it, sometimes there's a lot of pipes for a plumbing, and we can't even put a piece of 2x4 or anything. So we use a sheet metal. Okay? So the sheet metal will then go from stud to stud to create a solid surface. Okay? So para qué? What's the reason we do the backing again? So that we have a solid surface to nail to, and the shower pan doesn't do this. The shower pan is solid. The curb, también, for today, it's just going to be dug for regular. Normalmente en las casas, estas curvas are pressure treated. That's pressure treated wood. Okay? ¿Qué es la diferencia de esta madera y esa? What's the difference between pressure treated and regular dug fir? That one's cured, it's more water resistant, where this one will absorb the water and swell up and rot. That one's meant for outside or with water use. The other thing, la otra cosa, esquinas. You got to make sure we got corners. Every time we go into a shower, we got to make sure that we have corners, somewhere to nail. We have the backing. If they want to put glass above the curb, there's always backing, solid backing. If the client wants grab handles, this is the time where we would do the grab handles. Figure out where they're going to go, más o menos. Sometimes we just do a big sheet across. 2x6s in the middle where they're going to go. That way, when we install the grab handles, we have something to grab onto. And then we'll cut and frame niches when we need to. Next step, we're going to be putting beach sting along the perimeter. Okay, vamos a poner beach sting. Para subfloors, like raised, we would do beach sting the entire thing. Vamos a tapar todo el piso with beach sting. Okay? See, if it's a slab, if it's a concrete slab, we just need beach sting from here to here to cover the wood. For today, we're going to pretend this is concrete so that we don't use a bunch of beach sting. Also, when you do beach sting around the drain, tapamos el drain con el beach sting para toda la madera. Si es cemento, no se ocupa poner el beach sting on the drain. Now, a lot of you guys use a primer and you guys put it on way too thick. Si está muy grueso, how long does that take to dry? It takes a long time. Y ahí están just waiting for the paint to dry. Okay? When you guys don't need a lot of primer, no se ocupa mucho. Se ocupa bien poquito. Realmente se ocupa esto así. And then esto se corre bien poquito, right? No más que tape para que no duren mucho para secarse. Okay? Si está verde así, that's fine. If it's all caked up like this is going to take forever to dry, and then you won't be able to stick your beach sting because it's going to be too wet. Okay? Less is more. What's the purpose of the primer? The purpose of the primer es que estar seguro que la madera no tiene polvo y que tiene poquito pegadura para que pegue el beach sting. Okay? So no se ocupa mucho, right? You just want it to be clean. Very thin, super thin layer. Run it across para que también no, once you start here, by the time you finish, this section is already dry. The next thing, once this is all primered, right? We'll primer down here up to the top of the 2x6. The next thing would be the beach sting. Now, we're going to cover, vamos a tapar from the outside of the curb, the face, the top, the inside. We'll go up here. And then we'll start with the corners on both sides. So you get a square piece. Normally you get the center of the square. and just do a line. And then, once it's all primered, you peel off the back, hacen una L, like this, and there's your corner. And you stick that in con una cuchara with a scrape putty or una cucharita. You stick that in the corner like that. Okay? You want to make sure that your corners are square as possible. Okay? You want to dig in the corners. So you do one corner like that on 4 sides. And then you get your beach sting and then you run it across the face, the sides. This step is the last resort if the shower leaks. Okay? We're going to do multiple layers of protection. This is going to be the very last protection of a shower if it leaks. Okay? You start with the corners to make sure the corners are sealed, because then this comes in a longer roll, and then you just get a big piece. You start at the top, and then you work your way down, knowing that it's going to overhang a little bit, right? So we'll start here, and then you pull down, and then make sure the corners are all tight. The main thing to do with the beach sting is make sure all your corners are tight, because if you start rolling, si estás una bola con el beach sting, se va a hacer más la bola con el shower pan, entonces van a tener que, se va a engrosar abajo, right, con el papel y alambre de cemento, and then our walls are just going to go really thick at the bottom, and if we go plumb, then we're going to go really thick at the top. So lo más apretado que se pueda abajo, lo mejor.